Okay, so I'm here with D Montana, singer-songwriter and pure rapper. So, welcome. How are you?
I'm good, man. What about yourself?
I'm good, brother. I'm good, brother. It's
Yeah.
really good to chat to you.
Yeah.
So, let's get to know a little bit more about you.
Yeah, man. Before I say anything about me or I jump in my story, I want to say thank you very much for welcoming me for this interview.
Oh, good,
It
bro.
was nice to meet you for the first time we met. I think it was in the club.
Yeah.
I saw you with your camera, and
Maybe
then
a
I
few,
said,
yeah, probably over a year ago now.
yeah, over here, man. So I'm very pleased to see things you do. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
thank you. I appreciate that.
keep that energy, and then I think we need someone like in our community. You know what I'm saying?
No, perfect.
Yeah, so keep that energy with you, man. Everything is gonna be well for you.
And it's
Yeah.
been a while, obviously,
Yeah,
talking about doing some work together, but we've eventually done it.
yeah,
It's come to, like, now we're here now. You know?
yeah, man. So I'm very pleased to
We're
see you
doing it.
again today, man. Yeah, about me. So basically, I do work for living. I work for different companies. As a machine operator.
Okay.
So I've been doing this job since a long time ago, man.
Yeah.
But now I decided to come out and just focus on my music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because it's been a while since I was quiet.
Yeah.
People, they always complain you started your journey, but you to look like you're not gonna finish. You're gonna finish the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so now I started focus on my music and see how the future is gonna produce me. Yeah.
And then obviously, like, you live in Norwich.
That's right.
So, like, where are you originally from?
I'm from Congo DRC.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Congo DRC. I moved in the UK. I think if I remember, well, it was 2020.
Okay.
So from Africa to UK. So now I base in the UK. But yeah, so my life is here now. You know what I'm saying?
And how different is life from moving from Congo to here?
I think life is still the same life, but different culture. You know what I'm saying? Different culture, different weather,
Yeah,
different color. I can
Of
say
course.
like in Africa we have only black people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But here people they are mixed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There are white people, black people,
Asian
which
people,
Asian
everyone's
people,
there.
everyone, India people from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I believe life is good, man.
Like you mentioned, you obviously work as well as doing music, and obviously now you're more. I'm guessing you put more focus into music.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mhm.
Now focusing on my music and see how the future is gonna produce. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a while since the last time I went in the studio. I think it was 2 years now.
Oh wow, so it's been a while.
It's been a while, man. So I'm still writing my stuff. I'm still writing my stuff when I have a free time.
Yeah.
But now I focus on my music. I think every 2 months, 3 months,
Mhm.
I have to come out with something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you have
So-
some consistency.
Yeah,
kinda.
man. Yeah.
No, I hear that. And obviously, in regards to like music, what kind of music do you make?
The type of music I make, I think do make R&B, Zuke, because I mix French and English, Some of my music then is Zuke, French
Yeah,
Zuke, And some they are in English, which is rap, slow,
Yeah.
Things like that. I always mix, and
Yeah.
see which one is gonna
Keep
is
things
gonna put me up. You know what I'm saying?
keep things fresh.
Yeah, man.
Of course. And I think obviously with you being,
Yeah.
how long have you been doing music for, sorry?
It's now, let me say, I started in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
That is when I started going to studio to record my first track,
Yeah.
my first song. I think it was in 2019. But before that, I remember I used to start writing my stuff, my songs.
Yeah.
When I mean stuff songs, I think it was in 2015.
Yeah.
So I started putting pen on top of paper, writing my songs. And then the first song I remember I went to record is called Attention.
Okay.
After lockdown, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
After lockdown, so I went in the studio, which was NCS studio in Norwich,
Mm-hmm.
and I recorded my first song. So every time I couldn't believe that is me, man,
Yeah.
because it was my first song to record in the studio. Every time I used to listen on it, listen, is it me? Is it not me? You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
So I was pleased to start like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And you didn't just go into the studio and start recording.
No.
How did you get into music?
I did have, if I remember, was when I was 26 years.
Mm-hmm.
I found my passion in music,
Yeah.
I got a passion in music when I started writing stuff. And the time I went to record my first song, I say, yeah, this is something I feel, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it, and the music like me, and the people who listen, my fans who listen to my song,
Yeah, yeah.
they was very pleased to hear that, you know. I just, but before that, I used to play football, you know. I was a footballer, but I switched from football to music.
Is that when you was playing football when you moved to the UK?
Yeah, when I moved to UK, I was playing football in the first team of Roxham. First team is same profession.
What level?
Same profession.
Semi-professional.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And so, why transition from being semi-professional to? It sounds like you obviously had a decent career there.
Yeah, I had the talent in the football as well, but something came out when I had injured. You know what I'm saying? I came out and from football. It took me time, like 1 year, 2 years without play football, and then I decided let me switch from football to music, because people who does football or who play sport, they can last, but with music, even if you come down and then you can start again,
Yeah.
and then you go higher. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
of course.
That is how music is.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
able to restart.
To restart again, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
You played football for how long?
I played football since I was younger. I grown up play football in my country, you know, different like Congo, Uganda. I play football there.
Oh, really?
You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So because I used to live in Kampala, Uganda, before I came to UK, you know, I played football there, and then when I came here, I was playing football at the same time studying to go to college, you know, and then my dream didn't work that way. You know what I'm saying?
Do you still follow football?
Yeah, I do follow football, but I do sometimes play Saturdays. You know, there is a team which we created here in Norwich.
Yeah.
It's called Norwich Health FC.
Okay.
Yeah, me and my guy, we always meet in Waterloo Park, you know,
Yeah.
and train together just to keep fitness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, fitness is very important, especially nowadays where
Yeah.
being stuck in work and grind culture, you know, everyone's always focused, and they put their health in the back seat. And moving is healthy. When you move, you feel healthy. You feel you have more energy, and I imagine it probably drives you and your passion.
Yeah,
You
man.
feel good. You make good music. I bet.
It's true. It's true what you're saying, man. Because health, like you said, health is very important. First one, because without health,
Of
you
course.
can't do anything in life. You know what I'm saying? So I always look after my body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't drink. I don't smoke.
Don't drink.
Nah, man.
At
I
all?
never drink. I never smoke.
wow. Yeah.
I don't take drugs. You know, I'm not in that kind of that journey. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But I always, you know, I can drink water. I can drink juice, but that is me, man. That is how I decided it to be. You know,
Has that always been the case, or?
Yeah, always like that. You know, I grown up in a family, Christian family.
Yeah.
So all of us, we don't drink, we don't smoke. You know, so we always, you know, focus with life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. And obviously, in regards to like your passion for music,
Yeah.
where would you say that stems from?
I got a son when I was 17 years, because in back home I used to sing in church, in the choir. You know, I remember my mom used to take me every morning, you know, to prayer morning,
Yeah.
to go to pray. You know, when I reach in church, we start singing first, we sing clapping hands, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's something came when I was 17, I started saying, I've got something, I've got a passion in music. Because my mom, she herself was singing in the choir as well, you know what I'm saying? And every time I ask my mom, why do you take me to church every morning? You know, I say, my son, I want you to be like other people who can serve God in singing. I didn't realize, because at that time I was younger, you know.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't see the future, you know, because I was living in my mom's house, you know, my daddy's house. And at that time I was thinking maybe my mom, she's lying to me. But when I grown up, I started to realize what she was telling me is true, man.
Yeah.
Because now I don't live with her, but I write songs. I remember what we used to train in church, you know, clapping hands, singing, things like that. So that is where I got the talent, man. I got that gift.
Okay, so you'd say like it's something that stemmed from church.
From church, that's
And
right.
Your mom's been your biggest fan
Yeah,
since the
big
beginning.
fan. But when she listened to my music, she said, I used to tell you, my son, you see now you become a singer. You know, I want to see more with that passion you have.
Yeah.
Because remember, people who has passion are people above other people. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But I know life has never been easier, man. Life has never been easier. That's why we have a teacher.
Yeah.
Someone who's called a teacher. A teacher is the person who created everything, I can say. Because without a teacher, I couldn't know how to read and write.
Yeah.
Without a teacher, I couldn't know how to to spell my name, you know what I'm saying? But with a teacher, that's why we have a doctors, nurses, you know, we have a police, we have a footballers, we have a lawyers, we have a business people, you know what I'm saying, in general. But that is how I can say a teacher is a key of everything now in life, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's acquiring knowledge.
That's right.
And that obviously feeds into how you you move from one area to another, I guess. Like, I guess if you didn't have that in you from your mum teaching you that, when you did get injured playing football, it would have probably been a different story to try and figure out what to do next.
It's true, yeah. I couldn't know what another thing to do. You know, maybe I could just focus in work, you know what I'm saying? But because I had that chance, I had that opportunity to listen to what my mom used to tell me when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? So I grown up remembering, because things we do today is things we learned yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So there's no future without past. That is all I can say, you know what I'm saying? So things we done today is what we did yesterday. So life is always like that.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so now look at me now where I am, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still focusing, you know. Yeah.
So would you say you're close to where you want to be in regards to like your music career, or do you still see like a long journey ahead of you?
That is a good question. I think they say there's a wise man who said that no one will start where others they finish.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you know you start from zero, you have to get to you can't have 10 without 0 in that way. So you start from 0 to get 10. The other people, they want to start from 5 to get 10. It's impossible. So you have to start from 0
of course
to get 10. You know what I'm saying? To reach on 10. I will give an example like people who does a marathon. They have a stage where they start to run before they get where they are going. You know what I'm saying?
They slowly increase their mileage.
That's right.
And the kilometers they run each time. To build up the endurance. Yeah, that makes sense. And obviously, what would you say is like with your music career now? You said you've been doing it. You say how long for?
It's now 6 years. Not too long. 6 years.
6 years. Yeah. And your music catalog. Have you got like anything in the pipeline currently, or?
For music catalog, I've got 6 songs. You know, for now. But I'm still writing because I'm the one who always writes my songs. I don't buy songs from anyone, you know. But it takes me time. But like I said, sometimes when I'm working, I don't have time to write. But now, because I'm not, I want to focus really in my music.
You want to prioritize.
Priority my music, you know what I'm saying? So I want to put it first and see how it's going to produce me in the future, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So what would you say is the next step, like in your journey for doing music then?
Yeah, the next step, I think that is a good question again. The next step is to keep producing nice music, you know, to make my fan happy, family happy, friends happy, you know, and but I have a big vision in my life. I've got a big vision. You know, my vision is to have my own studio, you know, to build my own studio so I can be recording my songs every time, you know. So I want to make it business, you know what I'm saying, that way.
You're not doing it for the sake of doing it. You want to do it with a clear idea of what you want and where you want it to go.
That's right.
Like obviously from speaking to you, you sound like a very ambitious person. In regards to obviously you're working, you're still pursuing music, and you've made it clear that you want to put a focus on your music right now.
That's right.
So what does that ambition and drive seem to come from?
That is a good question, man. My ambition in the music industry, you know, my ambition in music industry is to, how should I say, is to get success. And keep writing, producing or creating meaningful work, you know. You know, that is my ambition, man, in the music industry.
Okay. Would you say that translates to like your regular everyday life as well, or?
Yeah.
Would you say you're quite an ambitious person in general, as a person?
Yeah, I do.
Always been like that?
Always.
Yeah. Okay.
Always.
I respect that.
Yeah.
And finally, to close off this segment, with how long you've been doing it for? 6 years plus.
Yeah.
That's some decent time and experience. What advice would you give to like someone who's up and coming in music? Someone being current or someone being like a younger person who's got the idea now, but they don't know how to take the next step?
Yeah, that is a good question, man. The advice I can give to someone, especially to this youngest, the youth, you know, people youth, they've got so many talented there, but there are so many talented youth there, but they don't know where to start
Exactly.
and where to end. But advice I can give to them is to be humble. You know, to be humble first of all, because if you're a humble person, it doesn't mean you don't know how much money you have in the bank.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean you don't know how tall you are, how color you are, how big you are, you know, how small you are. But to be humble is the key of life. You know what I'm saying? So the second advice I can give to them is to believe in themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because myself, I used to have people who used to come with negative ideas, you know, motivation, but some they come with positive motivation. You know what I'm saying? So I used to listen to both sides. But as a, like they say, a good lawyer is the one who listen to both ear and take decision. And a bad lawyer is the one who listen one ear and take a wrong decision. You know what I'm saying? So I used to listen to both sides and take decision by myself. You know what I'm saying? So basically, to be humble, to believe themselves, and to do what is right. You know what I'm saying? Especially this young generation these days. They want easy life, which is not easy.
No, true.
You know what I'm saying? They want easy life, which is not easy. I know life has never been easier. You know, life has never been easier, but we always, and life doesn't have a warranty. It doesn't promise you tomorrow you're gonna be like this, tomorrow after tomorrow. But you have to plan. You have to fight. You have to fight in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So for you to get where you want to get. So that is advice, 3 things I can say to them: to be humble, to believe themselves, and to do what is right.
One last, obviously, that's the interview done. Where can people find you?
People can find me in my social medias. You know, I've got the Instagram. If
you look into the camera, just tell them the Instagram names.
My Instagram name is dmontana_official, and my TikTok is at dmontana10. My Facebook is dmontana, just dmontana. You're gonna check me out, and you're gonna find me there. Can I say something?
Go for it.
I want to say thank you very much for all my fans, man. This is your boy D Montana, and I'm proud to do this live interview today. It's not gonna be my last interview, I hope so, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
So hopefully we're gonna keep meeting again with my guy here, Junior. You know, I call him Professor Junior. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, so my music is there on YouTube, my video they're there. So if you wanna check me out, those are my social media. You can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Thank you, man.
All right, perfect. Keep an eye out. The video will be going live on his YouTube.
So
keep an eye out for that. And D Montana, it's been a pleasure.
Cheers, man. It's a pleasure to meet you again, man.
All right, brother.
Take care.